We were in a house when we taught Julius economic freedom. I was with that ungovernable Tony again. When we taught him economic freedom, and that day Tony Ngeni was sober, very sober. And then he was leading that discussion, and then Simfaki Politik, Ugut Jonga. This revolution is about economic freedom. We've got to be radical. And then he took it to the Youth League. It was in a house when we planted those ideas in that head of his. And then today he says, no, he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's the best thinker. We're best thinker. Why Fumana people take ANC? They can't speak without referring to the NDR. Why am I understand? When we're teaching him NDR, he left. And we sympathized with him. And there's no way the revolution will be defeated by a counter-revolutionary and an anarchist. You know, comrade, Hitler was, when he started that nonsense, which was defeated by Soviet Union, he called himself a socialist, Hitler. He hijacked people, spoke progressive, everything. In no time, wabulala majuta. That's why you are going with this. No content, no direction, economic freedom, one. All those kids who are there, believing they are following the right thing, they are suppressed. You won't speak when he speaks. Teta yetu, utimna, I'm on TV every day, Titi, when you are on TV more than Movango and Generation. More than Movango and Generation. Mazili mezieke. And this uchigamna. The ANC's under attack is being distorted here by clowns who don't have content. And every day we are quiet. And who are sponsored by the West to defeat the African revolution, masquerading as revolutionaries by day, mafias by night. Masquerading as revolutionaries by day, mafias by night. We've been hijacked here in Gototi. Every day, abantu be-ANC bathule, i-Youth League ithule niyoyika. Si hijackwa ngotsotsi emini daylight. Umalema ngubani azasixelela ngepoverty yabantu bakuthi. When is languishing in goodness and everything that is good. Nguye law. Azos educate ngepoverty. Yena. Ukuthi yena is the best socialist. Yes, I can at least recognize him closely. Yes, I can recognize him. Ukuthi hello no kuyathetha. We can't be hijacked, man, by clowns. And then we are quiet and our people believe that story. Every day, abantu bakuthi baya clients, abazangene FNB ngoku. Believing that bangene enkonzweni yokonyane kalkhanyana. They have been hijacked. They are told that the ANC is a disaster. Uzuma, in the past 15 years, was being insulted by this boy. In no time, umbizeli tiye kwakhe. Ndithi khala letwana linzima. Uyomamela loo nto umsholozi ukuthi no, he can be saved by Malema. From all his atrocities, his life and everything. Ulenda pa uhamba no Mzwandile no Tony because they fled there. Uandile Lungisi uzenza isitshovi pa. Ubusy every day umelana ne-EFF. Umuntu ofuna i-EFF makaye kuyo man. Not yet. Makaye kuyo ayoyijoyina. Asinakhala loo nto. Don't be with us here. Uzosixelela ukuthi uMalema uright. Uright phi uMalema? uMalema at any given point in time, whenever we wanted him, he has shown us ukuthi he sleeps with the enemy. Usponsorishwa i-enemy. Uqhatha abantu bakuthi. At crucial moments, he has taken that EFF. I went to him just this past election. Damtenga ndahlala naye noPule pha ePitoli wathi no siza kwenza power sharing. Wasiniki exam xa sidibana naye. Exam ukuthi masibhale 10 points. Yes, ayibhala man. We wrote that exam. Samxelela, no, we have done this and that and that. What is suka and up? Now the taps are drying, are running dry. He's coming here using municipalities to get some sense here. And then the ANC, because ningoma lambani, niyapha niyophaphata niyothatha londo ninikwayo. Niyayithatha into engekhoyo niyayishwabanisa nifake epokothweni because ningoma lambani. You don't want to get to a revolution. Lesi kuyo. Niyahamba ningomhlupheki amagameni. Ewe kunzima outside power, comrades. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it's not for the first time. It's not for the first time. We need to take them on politically and lead a real revolution in this country. Singacengi. We must not retreat on that. We must stay focused. Because this thing of retreating, we are just going to donate this revolution. We are donating it every day. Flip-flopper of note. Isixelela nge-revolution. Somebody who speaks this today, tomorrow he wakes up talking different things. Zuma was the enemy, today is the best. Cyril was the best, today is nothing. Flip-flopper, you even in policy, there's no policy there. There's no policy there. The think tank of that thing is Floyd. Yes, if Floyd can die, the thinking is gone there. He's got no capacity to think, nothing. Floyd or drafter yonke land on the cardinal points are called. There's nobody there. So, comrades, you must never ever retreat on the principle of leading and directing this revolution. But there is a chorus here that we have failed. And we don't see the Youth League in the discourse in defense of the revolution. Where are you, comrades, in the Twitter streets? The only thing you master is to discuss factionalism and bad-mouthing us and insulting leadership. Mbalula uyabhanqa. We will not do this and that. And you are many on Facebook. But being many on Facebook is not adding to pro. Who is on Twitter? All these people who don't want the ANC, they are on Twitter in their numbers. But we don't see you. When people say Ramaphosa must go, Ramaphosa must step down, they hated the ANC, not Ramaphosa. And the reason they hated Ramaphosa is because they are afraid of him. They are afraid about the power of the African National Congress. And that is what you need to know and understand. That you yourself, wittingly and unwittingly, you become part of the complaining brigade. That has come to accept, among others, that the revolution has failed our people. This revolution has never failed our people, and it will not fail our people. What is failing our people is characters which have got an uncontrollable desire for power within our midst. An individual, and all of that, it's just a character. But the revolution in itself is on track. And then Ailimalanga revolution. So, comrades and friends, we need to work for because without the ANC, you've got nothing. I see even people who come and promise heaven and earth, and they don't even know how to even slaughter cows. They just need to be taken to SPCA. I've never seen a person struggling to slaughter a cow. A cow, my daughter. A person struggling to slaughter a cow there promises people heaven and earth. And people believe these characters, you know. I see this character that is hijacking the revolution in our country. And he says we must accept what he says and it must not be challenged. And if you challenge the distortions he make, including about our revolution, then you are attacking him personally. That's cult. But he's got all the right to attack the ANC, personally and otherwise. But when he's challenged on the distortion of the revolution and the things, he says, no, I'm being attacked by Mbalula. Mbalula is about himself. I mean, how can I be about himself? An example of me being about himself is him, because I defended him. When I was minister and the president who was in charge, which was Jacob Zuma, didn't want him. I went with a ministerial position to defend him at the DC of the ANC. And then today he says, I'm about himself. An example of me being about himself, about myself, it's him. Because I stood with him in darkness and in difficult times. And I said to the ANC, don't expel this boy. And then they expelled him. I stood with him. Bamxosha. For what they believed in. Now, bendingazuhamba kwa ANC naye ndingaxoshwanga. Bendingazuhamba naye ndingaxoshwanga. I stood here. Wahamba yena, and their comrades who are flirting with him about our organization. That's what makes him think that he can tell us what to do. A 10% political party want to tell us what to do in this country. And then he sees union buildings in his dreams. Not that I want to be in union building. In his dreams, yes. He will be in union building in his dreams. We will work to defend the revolution. We know why this revolution is under attack and assaulted. Malema is the biggest puppet in this country who represent the interest of those who want to deal with what we call ANC majoritarian. We know that the ANC is not liked. The ANC must be wiped out of power. The ANC must be less than 50%. Malema is not working to be in the union building. He's working to decrease the majority of the African National Congress. We know his agenda. That's what he stands for. Because he will never win the majority of these people. He will eat in the same boat where the ANC is. He will eat there. We know that that is the objective. The strategic objective is to eat from the majority of the ANC. That's why in 2016 they gave Tshwane to the DA. They gave Johannesburg to the DA. They gave Port Elizabeth to the DA. We must, as the ANC, review this marriage we have with them here in Johannesburg. We must. We must review that marriage we have here. We can't go with people who want to see us out of power. No, sihambe ne-DA ke. Siyazi ukuthi here is the enemy. And then when we meet with them after the election, that will be it. We can't be in power and give power. Let's go back to the benches and work, comrades. Siye kube sibhekana no Julius and his political party and cult. We must not. The ANC must review its marriage with the EFF, which is not even clearly defined. Siyankwankwaza, nyetle, nyetle, nyetle. We can't explain this nonsense. We can't explain it on political terms. We only explain it on the basis of our own interest. But on principle, we can't explain it. We must go back to the trenches and convince our people to vote for the African National Congress. That's what we must do. We must not go with our head in the cap and back for the EFF. We are beggars. Ramaphosa was able to tell Europeans and everybody under one roof that we are not beggars. Our president is being mauled and assaulted and destroyed, embarrassed and attacked by a cult. Zimkile, they are gone. We must review that marriage, and we'll table it in the ANC and we'll look at it. What do we stand to benefit from this? Politically, we are being assaulted here. And that is what is important, we must understand. The ANC majority is the biggest threat to our enemies. They want us down, comrades. They want us below 50%. They are assisted by these ones. That the ANC must go down. We are busy here with things that we ourselves can't explain, Comrade Nomantu. Nasi span, Panyaza must continue. Nasi span, week in and week out. The ANC is delivering. They can take us to court, they can do anything. Nasi span. Comrades, we are in the trenches. I left government, I went to contest for SG. Nina ni saban. Jigula Lutuli House, Kutsima Kunjalo. I'm there. Because our future, comrades, is not in the distant horizon. It's what we do today. We must go full out in the trenches and work for the victory of the African National Congress. We can't be threatened by small boys. Small boys who can't even slaughter a cow. We can't be threatened by small boys. You know, he speaks about Ubutota. It doesn't qualify. I didn't go to a hospital. Yes. And I'm proud of that. But the fact of the matter is that they have never gone through the route I've gone. And they will never repeat it. And they must understand that between a man and a boy. Siyazimela thina into zethu ma comrade. Ningasabi nani ndiyanibona niyatyutyuza niyoyika. You must never. You must be united. You must lead. You must not be afraid. Asinisupporti ngoba sinithanda nje, sinisupporta because you are the contributors to this revolution. I-Youth League funeka ibonakale kuthi khona makushukume kubonakala. Ningaleqi nje iposo nje post. We want to be ministers, MECs and all of that. Zileqeni ngomsebenzi, comrades. Lead the revolution of young people. Lead it. And don't be afraid to engage the ANC with ideas. Because we in the ANC, some of us forget where we come from. And it's easy for us to sell the revolution on an altar. Sithengise nje revolution ihambe. Izinto zingenzeki. When things are not happening, the youth must remind us that, Comrade Mbalula, what is the problem with this and that? We took a resolution for land redistribution without compensation. Where and how far are you? You must ask those questions. Ni politike. Ningoyiki politike. Nibe niyocela permission to think. Nicela lantoni permission kubani? Kubani ozakunika permission? All what will happen is that when you come to me, you want permission to think, I will manipulate you. And I'll tell you, go this direction, don't go that direction. You've got to be here in the ANC, rejuvenate the ANC, build the ANC, defend the revolution.